Okay, should be started. Check everything first. IOBT and ALTS is dumping. Made some updates to the TZ mode. All right, everything looks like it's okay. Everything's fine. Yeah, ALTS and IBOT. Look at ALTS, which was up 100%. That is just completely dumping now. A little bit of money to be made earlier. Not really. Traders got to their desk and wanted to short it. IOBT is 31%. Volume is still there. But it's definitely sloping to the downside. XI. Volume there. CGC, there's volume. So, see what the Momo scanner does this morning. Some updates to it. If everything works good, if everything works good today, I'll go ahead and compile it and throw it up on the website so everybody can download it and see what they think. CGC below the EMA. That's below the 9 EMA, which I think I have that. I think I do. Right now, I'm looking at charting stuff. Look at the code here. What is it? Chart. Yeah. And build that. Or go run. So this is what I'm working on. I'm working on my own charting stuff. This is bare basic. This is not even real-time data here. I'm going to try and get the real-time data hooked up and then get the streaming data hooked up. This is just a charting platform kind of looking at, to be honest. What this is going to do is, because Lightspeed doesn't have 30-second charts. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be hooking up the chart. I just wanted to see what the, I just hard-coded some stuff in here. I just wanted to see what the candlesticks would look like, what the volume would look like, what the axis would look like. The time needs to be a little better because, as you can see here, when it gets real small, it kind of scrunches up. Possibly, if it gets too small, I just take the time out and just have the candles and the price there. But yeah, that's a work in progress. Trigger and stop. Trigger and stop would be for the Momo scanner. if you have that option enabled, what it will do is if this candle, like this candle here was making, well, this candle here was making higher highs, higher lows. Or let's go to this one here. So this candle right here was making higher low than this one. Now, that one was making a higher high. So a trigger would be the high of that. Once this candle breaks over the high of this candle, that would be the trigger. And I guess the stop would be below that, which is down here. But I just wanted to see all what the candles would look like, the axis and the volume, and also how to start uh, printing text onto the chart. But that is a work in progress, and hopefully that will be updated with real-time data today. And what I'm going to be doing is when you come over here and onto like pre-market and you click on iBot, what I would like to have is have that chart show up, or if something TZ Momo shows up, that you can just click on it and it will populate a 1 minute and 5 minute chart side by side, and it kind of goes from there. That's just something I'm kind of looking at, and also have an option where you can just click on like 30 seconds, and it will show a 30-second chart. Further into the future, I would like to have a scanner. The scanner system is working. The scanner stuff is working. The TZ Momo. Once I get this wrapped up and all this is good, then I will throw a lot of my focus on building out a charting platform. But yeah, that is going to be the thing. And I'm going to have it hooked up to Lightspeed to be able to execute trades. I'm going to build out my own level 2 platform screen, and we'll go from there. That's the far out future of this project. Right now, just looking to see if we have anything, which I don't think we do. IOBT is just kind of cranking. It looks like we're putting in a bear flag. Kind of jump down a little flag right there. If we break down, we could probably break down further. Who knows? There's no catalyst except for NWTN. That was Pakistan's Jaded Corporation enter new energy commercial vehicle. There's no volume there. Got AUUD. And as far as the charting platform in the future, do not expect it to be like TradingView with a whole bunch of indicators and stuff like that. It's going to be very basic of how I trade and stuff. It'll have okay, it'll have indicators in the future, but not going to be anything like TradingView, that's for sure. Mainly going to be for the scanner. When you click on it, it brings up the chart like a level 2. Also, what I would like to do is just have maybe I can talk with Lightspeed and see once I get the platform finished, actually talk to Lightspeed and see if we can't get people demo accounts and actually use it. So like, can use the scanner here. It'll connect to their data and stuff, and then in demo trade with Lightspeed. The executions on Lightspeed is amazing. That's going to be in the future. I'm not going to have any like a MACD indicator. That it'll be. I'll have like an EMA stuff, but right now I just want to be able to get real-time data on that chart, which should not be a problem, and also streaming data. Definitely need that for live charting. AUUD looks like it's trying to back alive. IMXI kind of picked up on volume a little bit. D is doing nothing. I would stay away from that. SNDL, nothing. JDX, nothing. CGC, that's nothing. IMXI is still cranking up, trying to find its footing. ALTS is just flatlining. It sold off. IOBT. Yeah, so really not much is going on. 15 minutes. They have 7:30. Let's see if any press releases come out. But hmm. So this weekend, I updated the TZ Momo scanner. Have to look to see what conditions that I was looking for. But the main thing that it is it has to have at least in the past 10 minutes, at least 50,000 volume in the last 10 minutes, which is actually low. But I'm going to see how good that filter is. The way that I have it set up, I can build this out, compile it, put it out there for Windows download so you can update it. And whatever I do, whatever logic I change for the TZ Momo will already get the update because all the logic is done on the server. It's really hard to even trust IOBT ALTS because that big sell-off right there with IOBT, the big sell-off with ALTS, IMXI kind of, well, that has no volume to be quite honest. But yeah, that's a little bit to be desired because sold off. You go crank that out there, IOBT, because I'm not chasing you, and also I didn't want to trade you right up in here. But right up in here probably would have been a good one because the volume was kicking up a little bit right there. So who knows? Maybe people that tried to short it got squeezed out. The 50-cent move. Pretty good, but nothing. That's not my plan. There should be stuff showing up to trade today, so not worry about missing. It's like IOBT right now. You gotta be disciplined. Put together a saying over the weekend. I'm paid to execute probabilities. That was not part of the plan, of the trading plan right here, because basically the 5-minute is not setting up because it spiked. That was not one of my probabilities plan. I do not execute. I get paid to execute probabilities. I was reading up on Lightspeed and their API. Their API system is really good. The executions are going to be just as fast as it is with this platform, with their Lightspeed Trader platform. API system, just from what they say, just as fast as what they use here. I think they're using the same system from what the document said. So, and I'm building out the trading platform, the charting platform, and the level 2 stuff is being built for the Rust. Is going to be built using Rust. So that should be extremely fast and reliable. WG, nothing here. OBT. 4 million right there. On in that pullback right there. 80, 10-cent stop. Quite a large extension. I usually don't trade stuff like that. I like it to be nice and clean. See how that pop that didn't run up to $3. We rejected off of $3. Plus, if you got in on that pop, that's right up here with pretty large extension with EMA, is because of this candle right here from basically $2.50 to $3 in one candle. Break that EMA to 273, we go down. Look at the 5-minute. 5-minute right there popped. You put inside bar right there. It breaks the low, which is 271. So if it goes to 270, support would be down at 261, roughly around that non-EMA is. But going to yeah, you can see the non-EMA is coming flatline, and I like taking trades when it's arcing upwards. Like this right here. Going running up like this. But these weren't very good. I didn't trade. And who knows? Might not trade pre-market. It's only 7:30. We got 2 minutes. See what kind of news hits. Uh, might not even trade pre-market. Who knows? Past couple weeks have not been all that hot. First. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's look at this chart. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do with this, not going to get the real-time streaming quotes done yet because right now I just need to be able to get it so where, let's say you choose Apple, that it just shows the one volume candles right here and it updates the y-axis right here with the price. That needs to be done first. We'll get that up and running. We'll get the price done first, up and running. Then I'm going to get the real-time streaming quote, so the candle updates in real time. And once that's all updated, then I'm going to go after the volume, make sure the volume is updated. Now with the volume, I was thinking there was something that I really liked about IBKR platform. They kind of showed the volume right here, like they had a volume candle. But if let's say there was 50% selling in that volume candle and 50% volume, well, down at the bottom here it would show red. Now, if it was 75% buying and 25% selling, then the red would show about 25% of that candle down at the bottom. It's kind of like being able to, well, not kind of, but it's like showing the delta, sort of. So maybe I'll do that. Right now, I'm just going to get the real-time quoting done first for the 10 minutes, and then we'll go from there. IOBT might turn out to be a good trade. It might. You got in on that pullback right there. There's a pop right here. Got a little micro pullback. That would have been a good 2-bar break. Maybe on the first break you could have gotten in, but 2-bar break on 287. Could have gotten yourself easily 10 cents out of that trade. Volume's definitely there. You got about like 400,000 volume. Look at the 5-minute. You got like 700,000 volume kicking in right now. Volume's definitely there. IOBT, the float's 48 million. It's kind of a high float a little bit. Thinking if we break 304, could pop. You break 304, you could pop. Look at the level 2, see what happens here. You need buying. Yep, we're seeing buying a little bit on the tape, and we're selling, so they're down. We're trying to keep it down. Got 61 on support. It looked like I can't remember. 295. There was 125 bid. They got to be eating up that ass because got 3. Got to be eating up the ass. Once they eat it up, you need to see 301, 302, but they're not. You got support 6, about 5,000 order. If they break it, it could go violent, and 304 got broke. And you get 3.25. 304 broke. 304 did break. We've got selling trying to come in. Got some buying coming in. They're battling now a little bit. I don't think. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trading it, but it is what it is. I'm not trading it. Here's the trading disclosure. Here you read that. Content on the channel is for educational purposes only. Need to trade at your own risk. Consult a financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor. Just another nutbag on YouTube. Okay, so we broke 304, but it didn't get to not even 320. Could it? Yeah, it possibly could, but we don't know. I think uh, made a little money here, made a little money there. Lock it up. MACD's getting pinned up in this area. Gotta look at the 5-minute. 5-minute looks like it's putting in a 5-minute doji. Look at the previous 5 minutes. Like you had a hangman, little hangman candle there, a little doji there, and then we hit, and then we broke it, traded new highs, right up in here at 309. But yeah, there's nothing on the TZ Momo, nothing on the Momo scanner. There ain't nothing Momoing. I got up at 5:15 this morning to come in here and work on this charting, but then I had to work on the server and the live data right here for the price. The live data, I had to work on that, so couldn't work on the charting platform. That was the plan this morning, though. But now I can. Anything pops up on the Momo scanner, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I do need to make some trades. Hopefully we get some trades after the market opens. I do need to get some trades. I need to get my numbers out there for the probabilities. Win some, you lose some. I need to see what the win rate is with this new platform will be. You know, Lightspeed is doing a thing. We'll just bring it up. Lightspeed. Lightspeed's doing a thing, free trading software for 6 months. Open and fund your account with at least $10,000 to receive a free trading software bundle, including 6 free months of TrendSpider, which I don't use, and Trader View, which that will be nice. That's nice. 3 free months of Lightspeed Trader. That right there. That right there is awesome. Yes. Yes, it is. That right there is awesome. Make sure you use promo code BUNDLE25. I'm going to talk with Lightspeed and see if I need to get people. I mean, there are people that have downloaded Scanner. There's a couple people have told me that it's pretty nice. It's got potential. I'm I'm going to try and contact some content creators, and see what we can do about getting more people involved. But yeah, that's the plan. I'd like to get partnered up with Lightspeed on this scanner. That would be good. If I wrote it in C++, because the platform right here, Lightspeed Trader, I believe, is written in C++. But I am not writing C++. I didn't want to do it in C++. I could have. I was thinking about it. But then I was like, you know what? Just do it in Rust. I like Rust. Plus, I wanted one platform to be able to do my website, the API service, desktop, all that, so I just wanted it within one ecosystem, and that was Rust. That is why, and the desktop app is written in Rust, so that's why I wanted a small footprint and memory safe. Yeah. Look at the 5-minute on this IOBT. You gotta look at this. We had a pop. We had some indecision candles. We had a pop. We have a doji right there. Looks like we're still popping a little bit, but we're a little extended off the non-EMA. For the 5-minute, we could pop 3. We pop 389. Are we going to get a run to 3.25? Ooh, we don't know. We don't know. 321, 323. We got 3.25. It took a little time, but we got there. Took a little time, but we got there. It's not going to show up on the Momo scanner because this candle right here is not making higher highs, making higher lows. But that candle right there was not making higher highs. That was 307. That was 309. So that's not a higher high. This candle right here is making higher highs, higher lows. So it might show up on the Momoer. Of course, there's other conditions that it needs to meet. There's other conditions it needs to meet. Just because the 5-minute is higher highs, higher lows, there's other conditions on the Momoing that it needs to meet. The reason I wrote the Momo is because I wanted to be alerted when nice trade setups. When something shows up on the Momo scanner, that doesn't mean to just downright jump in. That just means for you to take a look at it. Make your own decision. It just says look at it. We got ALTS. I want to know what ALTS is doing. ALTS. That didn't show up on the Momoer, and it definitely ain't going to show up. Because that's just flatlining. Look at that. Thing's dead. It flatlined. Burn. It is a turd. It's a turd. It's a turd. It's a turd. IOBT. What I would like to do is be able to switch providers once I get some revenue coming in. This thing, the scanner. What I would like to do is switch providers. That way we can have. And also, I need a beefier system, beefier server to be able to churn through thousands of tickers. To get some revenue coming in, we'll be able to churn through some tickers thousands of them, thousands. Right now we're doing about a couple thousand, which is good. It gives you some trades to do. You make a little money. Once a little revenue coming in from the scanner, I'm going to change a provider for the data, which is top notch. It's the same provider that Lightspeed uses, from what I understand. That's going to be fantastic. And also, I will be jumping up to a 12 core system. I don't know. Right now it's 8 cores. It's doing pretty good. I need to find out where the bottleneck is on that, though. Might not be the system. Could just be the throughput. But right now, I got the server. It has a gigabit second throughput. So, because the bottleneck is, it has to go out to the provider and get the data and churn through it to run the numbers. The code is not the bottleneck, but it's the speed of the internet, the connection coming in and out of the server. That, I think, is the bottleneck. And from what I read yesterday, the provider that I'm looking at has very, very fast connection for as milliseconds. It is faster than the one I'm using. But hey, it's cheap. Scanner's free. Make a little money. While it's in beta, it's free. Make a little money. Yeah, so I don't know about playing the bounce off of that. Play was right here, but it was really hard to get in on a candle like that. That's just a little hard to do. Could have tried to play the break of the pre-market highs. As you can see here, it broke, sold off, broke not much. That broke. Made some decent money on that, maybe. Not really. So really don't know what the volume coming in. That was nice. Gold Arval is doing. Have put the Arval scanner up here. See what that's like. I'm gonna drag this. I'm gonna drag the Arval scanner. I don't have that much real estate, so yeah, drag the Arval scanner off the screen. You can have it on yours, or I could replace the top press release. But the over the weekend I did some work on that Momo scanner. Uh, so that is working. Did some work on the Momoer. Of course, the charting platform, I need to look at that. Let me. Got here. Got IOBT. The best one so far. We got ALTS, but that ALTS has got a little bit of volume. But look at it. Look at ALTS. Flatlining. IMXI has no volume. CGC has no volume. EJDX has no volume. IOBT, that's the only one that they're cranking. So, only one they're cranking. All right, let me take a look at this. Let me take a look. Let's see what the SPY's doing. Okay. SPY's doing. Yeah. Ooh, are they gonna dump old IOBT again? They're gonna dump it? It's definitely on the backside. IMXI kind of popped a little bit, but there ain't nothing there. IMXI, there ain't nothing there. There's no volume. Take a look at that, 40,000 on, I mean, look at total volume, 700,000 on the level 2. There ain't nothing there. IOBT is the only one, but that's kind of, could be turning into a turd. Let's take a look at, which one do I need to take a look at? Yeah. There it is. 5 minutes. Oh, but well, we had a bounce off the 9 EMA on the 5 minute. LTS. Trying to do something, but that is below the 9 EMA 5 minutes, so that's a little concerning. Plus, we had a look at that. That was just a puke out. That was a puke out. That was definitely a puke out. If we look at this, see here, 9 EMA is at close to that quite yet. We had a little puke out right there. That's a lot of shorts right there. But if we kind of break this area up here, if we break this area up here, they could be squeezed. That's a lot of traveling you got to do. That's from, I mean, that's 100% travel you got to do. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit. At 873, no, it's the streaming data on LTS is pretty decent. 877, 879. So yeah, that could be pretty good. Now with Lightspeed, they've got a WebSocket that I got to connect to be able to do the executions. But first, we need to get the charting platform up and running. Right now, I'm trying to figure out. I thought I wrote some code. Heck. That was on that. I've closing. At oh, so that's what I named it. The reason this is not showing up on a Momo scan, this is making higher highs, higher lows, but there's certain conditions that it needs to meet, and one of those is that it needs to be above this 9 EMA, and it's not. So that's why it's not showing up. Now, could you be making money from these little trades right here? Yeah, but it's not the playbook. Not the playbook. You really don't want to be just jumping into any old trade and trying to make money. You need to get paid by executing the probability. You're not a day trader or a scalper. You are a probability executor. Execute on probability. High probability. That's the mindset that you have. Your mindset does not need to be on, oh, I want to make a win trade. I want to make wrong mindset. If you got a 60% winning rate, that means you're wrong 40% of the time. And if you're always looking for that winning trade and you're wrong 40% of the time, you're going to screw with your psychology. You're going to do stupid crap to your account. if you trade in probabilities and you know you're wrong 40% of the time, do quite nice things to your account. Ooh, 8 o'clock whack jobs coming out. 8 o'clock or whackers. On that charting platform, I gotta make sure I filter that crap out. Yeah, you might be able to do it inside platform here. I just don't know. We're kind of going through RVSN, kind of going through to see what's going on. Not much. TV, there's not much there. SMDL, there's not much there. BKDX, not much. C, IMXI, there's not much there either. ALTS, not much. IOBT, a turd. Yep. We might not get anything until the market opens. We might not get anything until the market opens. This tabs open. Data symbol data or data symbol? Where's our Joe has news there though. Acquisition. PFF. Float. There. There either. There was a little something there and earlier. Higher high, higher low, so at 745. 745 right here. You get on a break of the high right there. Volume kicked in right about here, so yeah. Little pullback. This is a 50-cent stock, so I'm not really trading that. back to the hey, grab that. Grab that. Throw it over there on the project. I get data. To refactor it when I bring it over into the scanner. Um, Because a trading platform, the scanner is already pretty much built out. There's some stuff I need to do with it to make it better. There is stuff I need to do with it to make it better. The RRY. There's nothing really showed up. IOBT is not really doing anything. ALTS is really doing anything either. MXI really doing anything. CGC doing anything either. EJDX. This is wow. Another week of just dead pre-market, to be quite honest. Really, there earlier. I didn't. WTN is the only NWTN. Wait a minute. I can't type. NWTN is the only one with a catalyst, and that is NWTN Pakistan. I already read about that. Corporation enter new energy commercial vehicle production partnership implementing UAE HQ plus South Asia manufacturing global sales strategy. But we've already read that, and there. Well, no catalyst on anything, man. Yeah. That's a $1.28. I really don't like anything below $1.75, to be quite honest. And the real reason for that is because these dollar stocks, you look at the stats, most of the money, well, my stats, most of the money is made at $2 and up. Now, last week, the best trade was, I can't remember, but it was like a $45 stock. Low float $45 stock is abnormal, but those were the stats last week. CGC is C is trying. These spikes, if these spikes are showing up on the data provider that I'm getting, throw off the Momo scanner a little bit. We'll have to wait 10 minutes for it to settle down, which is probably a good idea. What I'm really looking for is seeing what comes up when the market opens up. Yeah. Got up at 5 o'clock. Work on some stuff, but instead of working on the charting platform, I had to fix stuff. That's what software engineers are. They're fixers. All they do, fix stuff. We build it, we fix it, and we refactor. And then we fix it again. And then you add more code. Fix it. It's just a cycle. It's a fun cycle. Okay. How am I doing it? Well, data. Well, data. Has an assembled time frame and a limit. That would be code. Go back to T charts. Go back to TZ charts. Need to put the details there, but we'll throw it in there first and then refactor. Throw it in there and then we'll refactor. Just get the rudimentary crap working, get this hard-coded stuff out of here. Oh, it's a Kovacs. All right. Oops. Okay, for time frame. Yeah, yeah. Good night. Give me a couple weeks, I might forget how to use. But for right now, I know how. Way things. Okay. There's some errors. I do want 6 errors to fix. Okie dokie. Size not doing anything. These are 1-minute charts over here. These are 1-minute charts. They're really not doing anything. The real reason I wrote the Momo scanner is because all this stuff right here, especially when you start putting in like low floaters, top traded, biggest gainers, and once you start adding these 3 up here, you could have like 20, 30 stocks and really keep track of all that stuff. So what I did was I just wrote the Momo scanner to help me realize what's moving for setups. Fail to resolve, yes. Fail to. Got to update the TOML file. Uh, uh, just a TOML update. It's pretty dead pre-market. Just working on the charting platform. Okay, we need the EMT. I do get that. We're at it. Surday. Oh, Surday. We need Sur. ALTS. See what old ALTS is doing. I can. Thought there was a setting. Could have been Interactive Brokers platform too. Thought there was a setting to get rid of these spikes. Guess not. Risers and fallers. Keep working on the charting platform. Okay. back here, what we got? Oh, God. Why is that? Yeah, I'd probably stay away from this one. I see what's happening with this. There's some crazy stuff going on this morning. All right, let's see why we. Wait a minute, I better make sure I. Oh, that. These are the three that are there, but nothing's coming up. I am. All right, I need to get back to chart platform. ALTS kind of ran up and going back down. Micro pullback. ALTS, there was a micro pullback, but that is kind of hard to. We had a run up here. You can see here we had a little micro pullback. MACD was positive about 0.02. We had a break of that right there because the high right there was 901. We had a break of 901. Ran up to 923. So you could have gotten yourself like about maybe 10, 20 out of that move, or it started coming back down. Time was that? That was about 8:19. So about 8:20. That was right up in here. That was 8:20, but it didn't show up on the homo scanner just because criteria that needs met volume was there. Back here's figuring is that Where is? Oh, stuck over in. Don't need struct. Take the struct over there. Rid of the. Rid of that. Oh boy. Okay. Alts is a little nutty. Probably stay away from it. There's some spikes. At 8 o'clock, I understand, but look at these huge spikes right here. This is. I don't know what the heck is going on. Trading view? IOBT's doing the same thing. I don't know what's going on. What is going on? No, it's not IOBT. I see alts was showing up on the Momo. This that was like around 5:30 when I got here because I got up at 5 to work on the trading platform. I don't know what's going on. Gotta talk to Lightspeed about this platform. I don't know. I need to get rid of these spikes. See stuff like this. I don't know what's going on. Those are like 100% spikes from like 9 to 18. It's showing up here at 5 minutes as well, but then it goes away. I don't know what the heck that is, and then it kind of goes away. Yeah, so there's got to be. I mean, this is not tradable. There it goes again. This is just not tradable, and I'm not seeing anything on the tape about that. Wow. You know, it's always something. It's like Interact Brokers had a great platform. Really liked it. Fantastic. Really did like it. Execution wasn't all that great, but it was livable. But the way they do the SEC 144 rule, I could not live with. That's why I had to move away from them. And now, Lightspeed is a great broker about that. Executions are faster than IBKR, but these spikes are just nutty. Can't trade this stuff. I don't know if it's true and trading view is not showing it, or if it's false with light speed. I just don't know. All right, let me get back to building out a charting platform. Bar data, bar data, bar data, trade data, bar data. That is in. I need bar data quote and bar quote date there. Trade date. All three of those trucks over charting platform. Okay. See, IOBT, that's not tradable. ALTS is whacking out. Well, okay. We only got two errors. We only have two errors. Fixing the errors. That'd be awesome if we can get the real-time data for this charting. That would be awesome if we could get the real-time data. And what I could do is on the streaming data we need. But if I could just get it so where I can click on the ticker, I can click on this ticker like IOBT, and it opens up like a chart like right here, and I can just use it over here and just slowly replace the platform. Now the level 2 I'm not gonna be able to replace anytime soon. That's gonna be quite big. But the charting I can. The charting I can. We had a little run up right there, and we had a little micro pullback right there, and got a break. You could have gotten yourself about 15, 20 cents out of that. Now it's just selling off huge. It's puking out. It's puking out all those buys. Yay. Go ahead and puke all that crap out. That's not tradable. That's below the 9 EMA. Nothing's on the Momo scanner. The Momo scanner was working early this morning around 5:30. I got up about that time to work on the charting platform. Okay, so We're working through this, What errors we got in that? Cannot find. Find what? Find what? Historical bar response here. Find what? Historical bar response. Well, let's just fuzzy find this. Any of y'all that know historical bar? Yeah, you ain't going up. Historical. Okay, that one I need. Where's that one? It was over in the king patterns. Jacked all around. Thought I cleaned up the code on the main. But I have a habit of doing when I'm doing a project. I just kind of bang out some code real quick, and then I'm like, okay, I'll rewrite this, make it better. And then all of a sudden I keep adding to it, and then I got to refactor it, and then I got to refactor it. And it's like, why am I going to rewrite this? No, I'm just going to fix what I slung the code in beginning, got it working, and we just run it from there. We'll just refactor it and clean it up. Yep, that's what I'm doing. But right now we need historical bar. That should get rid of one error. Really. Historical bar data. Okay. I need historical bar data. Struct. I'm missing that struct. All right. Where are you at, structor? Historical bar data. There's the struct. That's in main. Chart data. Well, we'll figure this out later. $8:45. We got no news. No news really coming out on stuff. News top press releases is coming out. We had one 8:30 FLD CASK 8:34 SWIN 8:30 CMCO 8:30, but there's nothing running up on the pre-market movers, and the volume's not there because that would show up. Oh, I got rid of all the errors. Hey, that's a good thing. Alt's kind of like a bear flag. Sold off, bounced a little bit, little bear flag, a little bounce off the 9 EMA. Looking too hot right. Hot. Hughes is doing. On the daily, forming a little doji right there, so who knows? I don't trust this market. They just prop this crap right up. Okay. Okay, so I got that. Got that. Momo scanner is not really doing anything. And you know what? It's kind of slow this morning. It really is. Not really going on. At least not on my side. Wonder what Ross Cameron's doing. You know, I do look at his reviews each day, see what stocks that he traded, and see actually what came up on my scanner. Also, did I trade them? Now, I don't make the kind of money he makes trading, but are we trading the same? And if we are, we're pretty close to it. That's a good thing. At least you know you're in the right area. So let's take a look at this. We've got, I think, the cargo fine. So look, we've got rid of all the errors. Let's see if we can compile this thing, quite honest. Got rid of the errors. Let's see if Rust compiler in cargo build. Let's see if the compiler complains. And it did not complain. So we'll do cargo run. Let's see if it actually runs. Now, this is just hard-coded data. So this is what the chart's going to look like. It's hard-coded data. It's hard-coded data and hard-coded volume right now. But what I'm doing is I'm looking to get the real, at least the real-time data, not real-time, but the previous data for the 1 minute. And then the candle, the real-time data candle. I'll have to get the current open, high, and lows. And of course, the close will be the streaming data. But we'll figure that out, see how that works. Right now, we just need to get the real-time data up here. So when we actually type in something, we get the get it. Oh, that's going to work, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so it compiles. Everything's looking good. We'll go back to code base. Look at the have assembled data. Okay. So might be able to get this up and running today. Got IOBT, but that's sold off. I don't trust that. I mean, if we look at IOBT, if we look at IOBT, yes, we're having bounces, and you had an inside bar right there, and you could have made some money right here, but that's not the plan. For one thing, MACD is kind of rolling over. It's below the 1 minute EMA. It's below the 5 minute non-EMA. That's just not tradable. No, it's just not tradable. No, no. One good trade a day, like Mike Belforte says, one good trade a day, really all you need. Be quite honest. I mean, let's say you do one good trade, and let's say you make yourself like 20 cents. I mean, 20 cents on 1,000 shares is like $200. So get 1,000 shares, you make 20 cents, that's $100. You got 5,000 shares. Uh, get on the good volume traded stock. About 5,000 shares, make $1,000 on decent trading, and you're done. Maybe you come back tomorrow, maybe you get stopped out. Okay, you might lose a couple $100, but previous day you made 1,000, so you're up 800, and then the following day you might win another one. See, 40%. If you got a 60% accuracy, you got 40% losers. You're gonna lose sometime. That's okay. The best loser wins. You got to read Tom Hogarth's book. I think it's Disciplined Trader. Look at this. IOBT and alts is just selling off. Mark Douglas? No, Mark Douglas was trader. Trading in the Zone. Yeah, that was a good book. Trading in the Zone. That was a good book. Need to reread that. All right, let's get back to coding the charting platform TZ charts. Let's get back to coding TZ charts. Okay, so we can get the data. Trying to write code and trade at the same time. This is hard. But ain't nothing going on. About 30 minutes, 38 minutes, we'll have something going on. I mean, if we look at what came up on the news, we really, I mean, CAS task, look at that. That's nothing. I was selling off. FLD, SWIN. If you come through stuff like this, QMCO, go through, sometimes you can find NEM, ADTX. If you go through this, sometimes you can find early runners and you can jump on them. But IOBT is trying to reclaim the 1 minute non-EMA. I don't know about that though. Go below the 5 minute non-EMA, it's not going to show up on the Momo. Not making higher highs, higher lows. Not trading above the EMA, so not going to show up. It's not in the plan. Got IMXI. It's about the best looking one we got, but look at the volume. There's nothing there. It's nothing. IOBT is nothing. Got alts on nothing. Yeah. Let's take a look at it. Let's see how we can replace this data. Okay. There's some crazy spikes again. Not showing up on level 2, so I just don't trust that. You know, XI. XI is slowly moving up. Yeah. Volume. XI slowly moving up, but there's no volume. Alts is doing this thing. IOBT is doing a little nutty trading now. I really don't. At 8:58, we got 2 minutes, not 9 o'clock. Going to be any more news coming out? We don't know. Trading alts just because if it breaks 904, which is that right there, good. Get up to this area of 920. That would be like resistance area up in here, 920, 940. Right up in there. There was a lot of trading up there. Gotta look at this volume now. Trades to be had right now. Let me please try and on my charting platform, please try to get the data going. It's 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Anything hitting at 9? Any news? Okay, see the okay, that's 871. This making, it's not really making higher lows, but it's the same, but it did make a higher high. But it's not going to show up on the Momo because we are trading below 9 EMA. That is not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. As you can see here, the shorts are just trying to push that thing right back down. That's why we don't touch it. You guys can do what you want. This is just an educational channel for you. But me, personally, I'm only looking at stuff that is going to show up on the Momo scanner right here. Anything that shows up here, I will take a look at. My personal trading. You guys do what you want to do. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's selling. So IOBT do. IOBT. What'd that do? Nothing. Again, IOBT is making higher highs, higher lows on this candle right here. So it didn't show up on the Momo scanner because it's not trading above the 9 EMA right here, the 5-minute 9 EMA. If it is, then that is bullish. Also, it has to be, the MACD has to be positive, which it is. Right up in here, it has to be positive, at least positive by 0.01, which it is, like right down in here it was. I mean, you could, the 186, you could get yourself like 10-cent scalp right there, but that's a little leery. I mean, yeah, it is above the 1 minute non-EMA, but if I look at the 5 minute, I really look at the 5 minute, and could you, I mean, this was making higher highs, higher lows, and you could have gotten in on the break of 186, but, and made yourself a little bit of money, like 10 cents. But the thing is, it's not an ideal trade. The probability is not there with the trading plan that I have. And I am a probability trader. I got to trade my plan. Anything that shows up on the Momo scanner is something I need to look at. Because the Momo scanner, the code, the logic that it does is already churning through stuff that I would really look at on the 5 minute and then the 1 minute real quick. You know, it's already looking at it once, and I've got this MACD here because I need to verify that the code that I wrote is actually correct for one thing. And once I feel comfortable that everything is working, that's why I'm adding the logic, the criteria little by little. And also it has to trade enough volume in a 5 minute, to be honest, which it is. I mean, it's 1.8 million. That's a lot. Shares outstanding 65 million. Sorry, traded 43 million. IOBT, the float's 48 million. So, yeah, it's a little bit higher than normal, but it can be traded. So, are we going to bounce off of this? We bounced off of this 9 EMA and we're kind of going there. If we break the 204, break that 9 EMA, we break 204, that high right there, we close above this 9 EMA, we could be having a different story. Market opens for IOBT, but then again, we do not know. When the market opens, they could flush that thing down the toilet. They could flush the turd right down the toilet. Okay, let's get back to the data function, symbol data function, symbol data. What do we want to pass in? Yeah, I'm looking to see if it's going to break the 204. The volume needs to be higher. In 1 minute needs to push. Level 2 is really not lighting up to break it. Once we get to 204, level 2 should be going, oh, crazy. You got 196, you got 89 right there. If you see that number, 195, if that goes down and we go to 196, just like we did, if we break through, we eat up the, yeah, so now we're back down to 193, 192. We got 45 at 191, so we got 53 at 191. There could be a little consolidation, a little fight going on. Stay outside of that fight. Let them just ride the coattails of whoever wins it. My philosophy. Okay, right now I'm trying to replace the hard-coded candle data with real-time data. We can get, no, not real-time data, but we can get historical snapshot data. Starting platform. Yeah, see, that thing's just, we're at 190, 191. Yeah. Before, what? Okay. If we break 198, that's not a trigger for me to get in. Yeah, the MACD's open's running up. I mean, like I said, you could have gotten in on there and done that, but heck is going the uh, oh come really can't code and trade at the same time. This is very difficult. 910. Yeah, it's 910. All right, let's just start from the beginning. Start from the beginning. Start from the beginning. Okay, got hard coded data. Check. Replace that. We've got symbol data where we're connecting to the API to get the historical data. Check. Okay. Got the structs. Check. Everything's in check. Flight check is good to go. Every break 204. So we get 205. We could get something. That sell off, the little sell off right there. I mean, it wasn't a sell off. It was a little pullback. The volume kind of dried up on the 1 minute. And look at the 5 minute. The volume kind of dried up on the 5 minute on there. So, break 204, get 205. We could take off to 220. Got to look at the level 2. We already tried it once. See, we broke to 203. We broke 203. Got up here. We got 204, but we didn't really do it. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it. Got a spread of 1 cent. We got two. We got two. Two whole numbers is a significant level, to be quite honest. As you can see right here, the whole levels are significant areas. They come up, bounce off, come up, bounce off. If we break it, we could be taken off. IOBT. Alts. Okay. 203. You got to look at the level. You should not be looking at the chart right now. You should be looking at the level 2. We got 204. If we get 205, we could be taking off 220. But we got to make sure that this lights up like a Christmas tree. Okay, we got IOBT. We're trying to break 204. If we get 205 on level 2, we're trying to get up here to 220. If you look at the 5 minute, trading below the 9 EMA on the 5 minute, I'm just thinking if we can break, we can go for it, which is 204 right there. We got 205. We broke 205. We got 208. We got 206. We got support at 205. Support got 8 up. We got 206. You need to start seeing this light up. You need to start seeing that light up. We got 71, 205, 204. Looking at the bid to see if we got support. 206, we got 80. It needs to be eaten up, and then we can crank out to 207. Yeah, we got that refreshing. Look at that. That is just, got 144. We got that just refreshing, sitting on 206. We got 204. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. It's just a slow grind. Possibly what I would be looking for is just to sit on your hands and wait, to be quite honest. Sit on your hands and wait. We got up to 209. I mean, we break 209. We've got a little bit of volume there. We got the selling with the volume there. I mean, it's a 10-cent stop. So, come on. Got IOBT trying to bang it out. Got IOBT. Let's see what we can get. Yeah. Got 207, 206, 208. This thing needs to start lighting up. We got to push it. Somebody's going to snap. Got support at 207. Or, yeah. Come on, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see that red. No. You don't want to see that. You want to see this thing pushing up. 209. It's a slow one. It's a slow grinder. There we go. Kind of like what you want to see. See green on the tape. Right now, we're just kind of slowly grinding it. And we got 203, and you know, it's just not feeling it. Always get out, let it pop, and go on a pullback. Always do that. You can always get back in. And if you look at the 5 minute, we closed above the 9 EMA. But then again, if you look at the 5 minute 9 EMA, it's kind of flatlining. Not too good. Yeah. Nope. All right, all right, now 17. Let me focus on this, try to get this going before the market opens. Try to get this before the market opens. Before the market opens, let me grind this out. Start a new chat. Oh, start a new chat. Nobody's in the chat. Nobody's in the chat. Nobody's in the chat. It's just a slow grinder. Slow grind. Yeah, it's just a slow grinder. All right, I need to focus on the code here. Try to get quite a bit. And we broke it. We can break the two up there. Need to replace this hard-coded data on the charting platform. Okay. See what we can do here. Do Ah. That's a slow grinder. LBT is just a slow grinder. It's been really slow. It's been really, really slow. All right, let's get back. Let's. Uh, okay. Tokyo cargo. Uh, Tokyo. There, Tokyo. Got Tokyo. 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 I forgot to that crate. Go. Starting platform. That done. Tokyo's there. All that. Rust should be good to go. You know, it was just a slow grind. Just a slow grind up. It's just a little consolidation. That's why I get in, have a little pullback, kind of run up, and kind of a little doji right there. Just get out flat. I just get out flat and just wait for the coattails. Just ride the coattails of whoever wants to win that battle. Whoever wants to win that battle, just ride the coattails. Got 9:22. We got 8 minutes, 7.5 minutes to open. We'll get something then. Uh, all right. I might have to. Hopefully, I'll be able to show some of the charting platform, the streaming charting platform tomorrow morning. That would be nice. Okay, this is how we can use runtime. Runtime. Okay, guys, that was runtime. Runtime. Good name. Runtime. Runtime. A good one there, guys. Look at alts. Alts is just getting slaughtered. Look at that. That got a slaughter. Alts is wow. That was up and then down. CGC's not doing. There's no volume up in here. I mean, look at this. There's no volume. Yes, we got news, okay, but there's no volume. News on here. That's that Pakistani stuff. No volume. IOBT alts has got the volume. Well, very. Yeah, there's just nothing. It's been nothing like this for going on 2 weeks, I think. We're in a cold market for these, we're in a cold market for pre-market movers, to be quite honest. Got 5 minutes. Normally when the market opens up, I sit on my hands for the first few minutes, to be quite honest. I just wait, I just wait until something, uh, that's why I get in, try to get something that didn't pop, and it comes back up, didn't pop, just flat out. Just wait. Um, okay, so I need to replace this hard-coded crap. All right. Data function. Replace this hard-coded crap. Called self. Frame result. Oh, okay. Now, place that. What? All right, we got one error. Just because placed the hard-coded app. That error. Yeah, that's down there. So, a few minutes. If we can place this, get to at least the historical data working starting place. IOBT. All right. Need to go to the main function. Go to the main function. That run native is going to have to be different. Hey. Full data. And then we're doing that into full data. We're going to be doing IO bot on a 1 minute and then 10. Let's see if this compiles. See if this will compile. Cargo bill. We got a pain. Oh, but unexpectedly. System, I'm trying. I got everything run. I got a stream run. Anything crashes, it. Yeah, we got the market getting ready to open up. Let's go ahead and take off the pre-markets. We're going to leave the TZ Momo over there. We're going to take off the press releases. We're going to put the low floaters up here. Let's put the low floaters on up there. Low floaters. Get the biggest gainers, top traded, biggest gainers, two biggest gainers. Two biggest gainers up here. Take that, pull that down. Biggest gainers. I want to see how this is. All right. I'll be right back. It's gonna take a few minutes for stuff to update. Hopefully it will. I think Friday what happened was I had to restart stuff. We have alts that's selling off. I wouldn't even touch that. I wouldn't even touch that. We have CGC that was there earlier. I have IOBT that was there. Just wouldn't do anything right now. Just sit on your hands and wait. Quite honest. Free market movers. Drag this over here. We had IMXI up there. That was not doing. BC is not doing the BJDX. BJDX is starting to run. At BJ SNDL. SNDL. That's starting to run. So it looks like they took BJDX. Looks like they took BJDX and SNDL. But DX. Low floaters is not updating. Get onto the server. WebSocket's running. It's been 5 minutes. This should have updated by now. Active, it's running. Ticker Zcan is running. Using Momo. Those are defaults that are showing up. I don't. Okay, low floaters are showing up, but why did that not update real quick? I just need a bigger system. It's just all there is to it. Floaters, top trade. Okay, so it's starting to show up now. I just need revenue coming in so I can get a better server. It's just it. Or is it because I restarted this server? Restarted it? I have no idea. Pre-market movers go away. Apple and Microsoft is default, so don't look at that. That is just default. I don't know why. Yeah, that cannot be released until I get rid of that. Biggest mover, ADX. AUUD. AUUD was nice. VVPR has news. VVPR has news. VVPR, Vivo Power procure underlined 211 million XRP position. That's just a crypto thing running. Low float gainers, 87,000. YSXT. Let me stop this. Okay, Momos. Momos updated. BJDX. BJDX. Momos have updated. LAR. Rum has news. PLS has news. Okay, so let's come over here and do BJDX. Do LAR. Do Rum. We'll do TLS. R-vol movers, APM. AUUD is an R-vol. Scalped AUUD. ACB. ACB, there's EVO. Got rum that could break highs. Got rum breaking highs. AUUD. AUUD, I scalped that. I don't know if that showed up on the BJDX is pulling back. Rum is looking good. Rum is rumming. Rum is momoing for sure. So rum, this is how you can play this rum. Oh, wow. We had SOUN pop up. SOUN on the Momo scanner. SOUN, you could look for a pullback on that. EJDX is kind of, SOUN is pulling back. BMNR's got a 10-15 cent spread. BMNR was good for a pullback right here and a break. $60 stock. BMNR was nice. I have to look back at this and see when that showed up. So BMNR made higher highs right here, and that was a nice move. PLS. Doing anything. Rum's not doing anything. IMXI is not doing anything. PTAI. PAI. MNR has news. MNR had news. Bitmine Immersion BMNR holdings succeed. That was at 7:30 a.m. The spread's a little high. UUD was quick scalp. Quick scalp right there. NR had news, but looks like it's not going too hot now. Oh, that was that's right. That was can. The BMNR, what you should have done is when you got this pop, you got higher highs right here, and at 640 it started coming in. So 640, like around here, but you wait for the pullback and kind of get in on the break of that right there. Get in on the break of that, and then right up in here, you could have taken. Right up in here, you could have taken some off 62, got in around 61, about 62, and then it kind of ran up. Could have held that a little bit longer. Didn't. I wouldn't trade this because the MACD is kind of rolling over. Got that volume right in here on the selling. SGML. BLS could break. Problem is the MACD's not good. Why it's not showing up. SGML is showing up because higher highs there. MACD was curling up. That's why that's showing up. Yeah, a spread of like 3 cents. So not much volume in SGML. MHS. MHS made higher highs. EJDX. The Q's is doing. ETAI, quick one. ETAI, quick one. Quick 10 cents on that. ETAI. quick. One on BTAI, JDX. Active orders is 0. Active orders is 0. You know, I need to check that. I need to put active orders there. Yeah. BJDX, there's nothing there. BJDX is on the 5 minutes, still on the Momo, but it's not looking good. I was on the Momo scanner because of this right here, higher highs, higher lows on this. And then at 9:55, we came in at 9:55 right here. On there, it's on the scanner, but the problem is that it's you gotta look at the previous 5 minutes. It's really not there. JELD. JELD's nothing. Wonder what old Soon's doing. Soon's not doing anything. BMNR. That one I should have held longer, but I didn't. SBET. SBET showed up. 2-cent spread. Kind of a little extended. There's nothing. Yeah, SBET has news. Sharplings ETH holdings expected to exceed $3 billion following $400 million. Yeah. SBET is pushing. There was a pullback on that. I had to run up micro pullback on that. Get in on the break of that at like 26.94. Get yourself some money, lock it in, move to a break even. I've gotten stopped out on that one, not sure. Woof. That's a little extended off of the 5 minute non EMA. That's a little extended off of that. I need to see how I can do the real time data on. Yeah. BMNR was the best one. I need to find out when that BMNR. That was the best one right here. We had a run up right here. I don't know when it showed up on the scanner though. Did it show up right here at 945 and then at 950? We had that pullback at 950. This would have been perfect to get in on the break of that hammer right there. Get on a 6072. Would have sold half, moved to a break even, and then you got yourself a nice runner. That I'll be quite honest, ladies and gentlemen, I did not play that good. I did not play BMNR good. I was in BMNR, but I did not play it that good. This is what I didn't like, though. I think is I saw that I saw this topping tail right here, and once it started breaking right here, I got out. But non-EMA was sloping upwards, so that was good. Yeah, I just didn't play it good. BMNR was a banger, but I did not bang it because I didn't play it that good. Was not playing that good. That was not a good play. So Wolf doing. Wolfie. So Wolfie doing. SBET Smile. We'll just replace that with WELF Wolf. We have BMNR that showed up again. SBET JMIA. JMIA. There's a little too much going on. Oust was JMIA is a good one. You know, I really need to see how I can get streaming data on this. This will be good. Oust, that was good. It showed up there. We had a break of 29.75, 6 cents, 29.75. Yeah. I don't like BMN or SBET. Wolf. JMIA. Have Oust. Oust is pulling back. I need to get some hotkeys for these real expensive stocks. Like BMNR is a $60, $64 stock. I need to get a different hotkey for that. JMIA. SBET. MACD's rolling over. Wolf MACD is positive. Seems like it's rolling over. You can get a bounce. Wolf was a bounce off the 9 EMA 159. You're at 163. Was a bounce off the 9 EMA. You're right there. Got to bounce off of that. Got to bounce off these 9 EMAs. OUST, we ran up, we deviated, had a standard deviation off the 9 EMA. I don't know how much. Oust. It's 31 cents. So you had I need to write the code for that, but Oust was off the 9. Oust 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 was off the 9 EMA. It's kind of the stop can't be right here. It would have to be right there. Or you could go in on oust is a 32-cent ATR. So that would be roughly down to 30, 30 down in here. Didn't get there. 29.60. You got up here. So those 9 EMA bounces off of that is good. The bounces off of that is good. And JMIA got to bounce off the, ran up, bounce off the 9 EMA right here. Boom. JMI, and you got this. So this is, I think the Momo scanner is doing really good. We have news on INO, which showed up on RVOL. INO showed up on RVOL. There's nothing there. VVPR, there's nothing there. We got Wolf BTAI. We got SBET. Got Wolf BTAI. BTAI is still showing up. There's just a slow grind on that. BTAI is just a slow grind on that. I'm getting more comfortable with the platform. I'm making quite a few trades off of that. Wolf is starting to break. Got a 1 cent spread on that. 561. Wolf, the MACD's rolling over. Looking too good. I'm completely out on that. Got a quick little scalp on that. That's about it. That's just didn't. What was that? That was Wolf. Yeah, that was a very quick scalp. Need to be holding longer. We're really extended off the 5-minute EMA. Like 10:15 should be done for the day. We have PAI just rolling over. JMIA. That's not looking too hot. EGNA showed up. EGNA. A 2 cent spread. But I just don't like the action on that. That's just kind of crazy. RDNT, yay, OX, enough. PBYA, PBY. You know, I might need to do more volume. More volume. Yeah, I need to bump up the volume on that. That's a little too. Need to bump up the volume on that. Wolf, I sold a little too early, but that's okay. I made a scalp, made a profit. Wolf, I made a profit. So, yeah, SOUN. SOUN. Let's take a look at that. SOUN was my biggest loser. BMNR, I just did not hold. But SOUN was not a good trade. Let me take a look at why that is. SOUN. Why was that not a good trade? That's why. Yeah. Was okay. Was not a good trade because it was too far extended off the EMA. AUUD. That was just a quick one early morning. That was right there. That was just a Arval scalp. BTAI was a good one. TAI block. That was right up in here. Yeah, that was what TAI. That was right here. That was right here. It got a quick one. I should have held longer. Not holding long enough. TAI, where did I get out? I got out right there. Maybe that was good. The price I got out at or not. Yeah, BTI. That was a good trade. That was a good trade. Actually, to be honest, that was not a good trade because look at the MACD. That was not a good trade. I should have traded it here. MACD's open. Should have traded it there. Not a good trade. I made money, but not a good trade. JMIA is just puking right now. So is TGNA. So Zone has got making higher highs, but that could have been a bounce off the 9 EMA. We had ran up, had a bounce off of 9 EMA at like 15.20. You got yourself 10 cents. Move to a break in, see if it pops. RDNT, RDNT. How you can play RDNT is you don't, because look at the MACD just rolling over, just flatlining right here. The play is RDNT showed up early, but that was right here. But look at the volume. Volume's not there. Look at the volume on the 5 minute. Volume's not there. I need to update the code. I need, instead of like 50,000 for the past 10 minutes, I really need, I mean, RDNT was nice on a 5 minute. I mean, you can start playing the 5 minutes instead of the 1 minutes here. You can start playing the 5 minutes and get those. 6276, 6270. Yeah, I mean, you can do that if you want. That's just not, spreads 29 cents on RDNT. I got a lot of work to do, ladies and gentlemen. It's 10:20. Basically made how many trades? Traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I traded 5. Made very little, but it is what it is. SOUN was my biggest. That's what kind of drew me down a little bit. SOUN kind of drew me down a little bit, but that's all right. That's all right. I should have played it right there, but I didn't. I played it up in here. I played it right up in here. That was not a good play. So Yeah. Yeah. A little extended off the EMA right there. That's not good. You know, I could have waited. Yeah, that was way extended off the, oh my God, that was way extended off the EMA. JDX. JDX, that's a no-go. JDX, I don't know why that showed up, to be quite honest. I mean, it's right here, but the MACD code could be off. That's not correct. But, I did good. I did good. I played probabilities. I did good. Old Wolf is, freaking wow. JMIA is just, look at that. It looks good. That's not looking good. That was a nice little JMIA. We popped up and we had a pullback right there. At 10 o'clock was good to go. At 10 o'clock right here, that would have been right there. We had a little pop and we had a pullback and we had a break of that. Did I play JMIA? No, I did not. You know what I could do? I could write the code pullback. Here, that was at 10:05, which was good. 10:05 right here. 10:05, which was right here. That would have been good. Break of the 5-minute high right there. 692. 691. 691 was the break of that, which was right here. 691, which was the break of that. That's how you played that one. 692 up here. Yeah. AMI I did not play. Okay. Good. Good. I didn't play that one. Oh man, I could have hit the cancel button instead of that. I could have hit the C to cancel and not do that. Yeah, I gotta trade. I gotta do a little bit more trades on. I gotta do more trades on this platform to get comfortable with how I have the hotkeys set up, and then I can start trading with more shares. Right now, I'm trading with very little shares just to get comfortable and get in the groove of the platform. That's all I'm doing. Uh, Need to get into the groove. Get into the groove. Why, JMI, you just heard. So you know, AUUD showed up. AUUD showed up. Arval SGML showed up. SGML, do not touch that. Not enough volume at all. Plus, it does not look good. It showed up on Arval just because, yeah, I need to update AUUD. Looks halfway decent. What if we get a break? We got a break in 335, which we did. 335. We got 336 on a break. But the problem is there's not enough volume in this thing. I got to update the code on the volume. Um, Okay. Yeah, AUUD. I couldn't play that just because look at this. I mean that's huge. That's huge. Just because let's take a look at this. Just because this is moving up and it broke 335, yeah, you could got 342, and you might be able to get yourself 10 cents, but the problem is this right up in here, the previous. I do not like that. Bill's trading above and like this right here, SOUN like that. That would be good. That would be good. But that's just not SOUN. See, if it was trading like SOUN, that is good. That's what you want to see right here. You want to see this. That's what you want to see, SOUN. BMNR showed up again, SBET, AGH, GH, AGH, probably not enough volume, no volume. Stay away from that. SBET, this is looking good. SBET's looking good. So you got a break, you got a higher high right there, and you got a break of that. 27.23 and ran up to 27.57, so you definitely got a quarter out of that. It'll lock that in. I mean, the trades are here. The trades are here. Scanner's doing good. The scanner, okay, the Momo scanner is doing a lot better than what it did Friday. It's doing a lot better than what it did Friday. Still got a little bit more work before I can throw it out to the public. Okay, if we break 27.47, we break 27, what? 27.68, 27.68, 27.62. Yeah, we could break new highs. A little extended off the EMA on the 9-minute. MACD's curling up. A little extended, but hey, good break. 27.68, we broke it. A little too late to get into it now, but when you had that pullback, you get in at 10.20, around 10.20, you can get in. Right up in here, 10.20, and stops down here. If you're playing a 5-minute, you got a nice little run. Um, mm, mm, mm. Maybe I need to check to see because right now, let's see what the okay, I don't like that too much, but VWAP 2552, okay. 552. SBET was a good one. SBET, good one. BET, that was a good one. I have Sun. Sun was okay. Sun was okay. Sun was okay. BMNR is a little nutty. I mean, that one's a little nutty. BMNR is a nice one to trade. It's a little expensive, but it's nice to trade. Could have, if I held that, that could have been my banger. Could have put me well into the profit. Could have made a lot more today, but I didn't. Oh well. Problem with that is that right at the moment, I just didn't like the action and it kind of scared me out. I need to update code so it at 50,000. We need to bump it up to 100,000 and see how that goes. How is this trading? Even with the low volume, that's trading volume 1 million, volume 1 million. Yeah, I can't do that, but 1,000. AUD, AGA, SBET has new. Those BMNR are soon. All these have new, and they're looking good. All those have a catalyst. They all have a catalyst, and they all did good. Like SOUN had a catalyst. SBET, BMNR. Look, I mean, look at all these had a catalyst, and they all did really well. The SBET had a catalyst doing really well. SB had a catalyst. Had a catalyst. That all did good. BMNR had a catalyst. That's all doing good. I got a crazy idea. And what I need to do is stop the stream at 11 and go back. This is what I am thinking. The ones with a catalyst, because it has news, it has a catalyst. Now, we don't know if the institutions or the big whales are going to be putting this, if they're going to be pushing it. But a stock without a catalyst, without any news, and it's moving, there's really no reason. But stuff that shows up on the TZ Momo, making higher highs, higher lows, as soon as it shows up and it has a catalyst, I'm wondering if you get in on the break of that 5-minute candle and put your stop at the low. Kind of like the morning range break, but do it here. Or she can't go in heavy like you normally would on a 1 minute, but you can do it on a 5-minute and see what happens. I'm thinking that could be it. I'm gonna have to look at the stats on that, see what goes on. Now, I did get a panic when I tried to start TZ charts. I tried to start old TZ charts. I got a panic. Oh, that's can't close that. That's actually scanner. I kind of wrote the code for the open range break too. I need to review that again. You know, I could do this, and that could be updated on the chart with the number. I need to fix this. Backtrack, panic, and protected. Red main. Breathe. Yeah, that would definitely. Did Oust have a EPRE has no EPRE has a catalyst. PRE has a when did that GPRE news come out? 906. 06. Okay, that you would have gotten stopped out on. The other ones you would. ragged. Pullback, pop, pullback, pop, pop. Run up, micro pullback, man. Pop. These are nice. Run up. You know, the bounce off the 9. I need to really start playing the bounces. Bounce off these 9s. Look at that. Deviated, came back, bounce. It's not really a bounce, but it's get on that. 1590, about 10. BMNR is just, look at that. Micro pullback, and we broke it. BMR, you get I get shaken out of BMNR. I got shaken out of that last week. Got a little shake and bake on that. A little shake and baked out. A little shake and baked out. Oh, let me figure out this panic. A little shake and baked out. You got a little shake and baked out on BMNR. You could have. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go to the store today. So UN, yeah. So I need to change up my plan. Only trade with the catalysts and pullbacks. Ooh, bam. Hard taking a dump on it. Things rolling over, SOUN's rolling over, or BMNR's rolling over, EPRE, I don't know what that's doing. I don't even know if that's even good. All right, you still thinking? PRE. Not enough volume. Stay away from that third. No, it's not getting. Not doing pocket. That's not it. JMIA showed up earlier with a catalyst. What time was that? JM, real early. 61 million float though. But we have eyes right here in 940. That was a little extended. That's a little hard to play, but on this pullback here, you could, yeah, LAR showed up early. That had news. Well, LAR. Yeah, you could have played on the run up on micro pullback on the 5 minute. Probably played the break there. 350. This is not enough volume. Quite honest, I filter that out. This. Uh. The reason that it panicked is because my environment variables. I need to. I came across this error before. I should today. Well, I gotta go to the store. Um, later on this afternoon, I should be able to fix this, and we might. This week we seriously could have a charting system up and running. Seriously could. Seriously could have a charting system up and running this week. Um, Seriously could have a charting system up and running weekend. I was not cool. LAR was not good. BTAI, did that have? Yeah, that had news. BTAI had news. Look at that. Higher high right there, and then 40 banged it out around 940, which is right here. Broke it. Yeah, I need to really look. We might be able to make a lot of money on instead of scalping this, which you can still do, but we might be able to make enough money just by holding this and letting this kind of run. I got to look at the past data, but yeah, we could do that. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Got to look only at the catalysts. So anything that shows up on a Momo, you really got to look at it, and you kind of have to look at it. If it has a catalyst, kind of run on kind of trade it on a 5 minute chart and put your stop. Like it ran up deviated from the non-EMA, then kind of come down here when it gets close to non-EMA, maybe do that and put your stop down here at the low. But you kind of have to know how much you want to risk and how many shares you need to buy in order to do that. Now, I wrote the code for that one time for TradingView, but I need to write the code. Once I get the charting platform working, I can write the code for that as well. So when we're actually looking at this, yeah. When it shows up on the Momo, we can actually look at this and we can like double click on it. We bring up a 5 minute chart, maybe a 1 minute and a 5 minute chart, and then you can play off of that. but you have to, and then in the settings, you can be like, hey, I only want to risk like $100 per trade. And then it will update right and then it'll update right on the chart how many shares you should be buying. Like, where's your stop? Down at the low here. You're getting in here at like 455 and your stop is down here at 426. You're risking a quarter. So for every 100 shares, you're risking $25. So you would buy 400 shares on this one, and you can bam. Yeah, I mean, that's what I did for TradingView too. I can do it the same thing for this. I think this is what will be good. What I need to do is figure out the environment variables. I'm going to stop the stream and figure this out and write the code and fix it. I will tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Later.